Hey guys, good morning. It's Christina, the caregiver. I am a little exhausted this morning. So I think I've mentioned to some of you that mom's kind of going through this phase where she's having a lot of nightmares and talking about visits from my dad who passed and my grandmother who passed. And she's also talking a lot about just being tired, and it's making her very emotional. She goes from being happy one minute to kicking me out of the house the next. And she called me last night at like 12:30 and just was afraid to even fall asleep. And I just don't know what to say in those situations because, I'm like a 54-year-old woman and I'm a caregiver and I've been doing this for 10 years with her. And we've had lots of end-of-life conversations, but, you got to be the adult and you got to think logically and what do I say and what do I do? But then there's that little 8-year-old girl inside of you that's like, I don't want my mommy to die. So it's one of those times as caregivers where you got to be strong up front, and then as soon as you hang up the phone, you kind of have a little breakdown yourself and you start praying or hoping and wishing that it would be different, wishing for a miracle, and you just can't fix it for them. And I feel her pain, but I'm not living her pain. I'm living a different kind. And it's interesting because, it's 7 o'clock in the morning here, and she usually wakes up at about noon. I always get this little panic attack at noon, right before noon, because that's when the caregivers are going to come in. And I wonder, is this going to be the day that I get the call? And every fiber of my being just wants to run over there and make sure she's alive and stay with her. But I've been feeling that way for 10 years. And if I would have just sat by her side for 10 years, I would have had no life. And that's not what my mom wanted for me. So anyways, what do you guys do in those situations when, they're talking about the end, when they're having those moments, those breakdowns? What do you guys do? How do you guys deal with it, not only for them, but how do you deal with it as the loved one who's watching the person you care for slip away and the end is coming? Let me know in the comments, you guys.